All right, let's get started. Thank you all for joining this new live session of Tuesday. We're going to be creating some interesting products together. So, what is Customily? Most of you installed the app quite recently and are either getting started with your store from scratch or beginning the process of selling personalizable products on an existing store. For both cases, we have the perfect tools to get started. So, Customily is an app that provides your store with a live preview of products, along with options that your customers can interact with, changing those live previews with every interaction. From text typing to, for example, image changing or image uploading, your preview will change live and give you a realistic example of how your customization will look on the product. Now, this preview is done by loading a template on the page, as well as the option. And these two elements, the template and the options, are created in Customily. So you can see in this example, this pet bone tag, that we can actually change variants, change, of course, the price depending on the material, but we can also keep customizing this any way you want within your options. Another example like this would be the same but with a heart shape. Now, like this one, because we have icons for sailing, and this could be nice fish we got lost apparently. For example, another example, you can see there's no need to be flat on the creation. There's no need for you to just engrave. You can print, you can serigraph, overlay, and preview anything on any product using Customily. Now, Customily 2.0 is our latest update for Shopify stores, which allows you to create and publish personalized products easier, faster, and better than before. Those starting your store from scratch without any products will have more interest in this section because now you can choose a product directly from a print on demand supplier, add a design to it, and get it published in your Shopify store all from Customily app. Also, with the print on demand services that have an API connection, all the fulfillment processes will be automated. This means that once you receive a purchase, all the order details and the ready to print file will be sent to the corresponding POD provider automatically for fulfillment and shipping. And another interesting feature for Shopify users is the free access to Customily's design libraries. This means you can find designs ready to use and sell, or you can use this exclusive clipart collection to create your own art. So we can say there are 4 different paths you can explore with Customily 2.0. You can work with a print-on-demand provider who has its own product catalog and add a design from Customily's library to it. This is the fastest path, the one that allows you to have published products ready to sell in minutes. You can work with the print-on-demand provider, but choose to add your own designs to the products. In this case, you will have to populate your design library before being able to publish products in your store. On the other hand, if you have your own products and are not interested in working with a print-on-demand provider, the way to go is to start by populating your product-based library first. After you have your own product mockups, you can choose to add any design from Customily's library to them and publish products really fast. Or you can, of course, have your own products and your own designs. This is the path that involves more time, but once you have all your product mockups and all your designs set up, it's just a mix and match game, and you'll be able to create and launch new products really fast. So now that we have the different alternatives clear, we're going to create some products together. Today we're going to focus ourselves on these tools here we have. We're going to be doing one design of our own and connect that design to a product from a POD supplier. But also we are going to create our own products on a base because we want to fulfill those on our side and we want to apply many designs to them later. So we're going to create a product mockup, a product base, and we're going to have a design that will apply to a couple of different products. And you will see how fast it is to use Customily 2.0 for those kind of tools. Now we talk about Customily and how you can preview the product before you buy that. But the cool thing is that once you buy this product, you get the preview, so you know what you saw and what you preview, and then you check out your spelling and your name and everything. But the merchant, I mean, you will get not only the photo, the preview of what your customers saw, I mean, this preview, but you will get the print file created by Customily. So each time someone buys something that has been previewed, you have the information and the print file ready to fulfill that, all done within Customily. So it saves you a lot of time, cuts off the middleman, cuts off the back and forth communication to rearrange what the customer wanted in their designs or changing names. Those things are all done by the customer on your front end. And you get the print file and you just fulfill and deliver. So let's start from the beginning. Imagine I'm a Shopify store owner. I want to start selling personalized products and just install Customily to try it out. Today, I'm a customer that doesn't have products on the store yet, but actually has, the idea of what they want to sell. Okay, so I'm going to be creating the products we saw today, and I want this ceramic pet bowl to be fulfilled by a POD. And I have a machine that can engrave pet tags. So I have the specifications of this pet tag and this bone pet tag. And I'm going to be creating those product bases on my side to fulfill later with any design that I want. But now that we are here, let's start to see what Customily is all about. Here we are in the main menu of Customily. You can see at the left bar that we have 6 sections. The first 3 sections are shortcuts to the 2.0 tools. The other 3 sections are the main core of Customily. You can explore, manage, and create your templates. Remember, those templates are the one that load at the front end and show you the live preview. You can also manage your assets and organize them in libraries, color libraries, fonts, vectors, and images. And you can see all your connected products in the store section, as well as change many settings that will help you customize the front end experience of your customers. And this is very important because here you will be able to check not only the products that you create using 2.0 tools, but also any product existing already in your store. And right now, you will explore this by clicking here on the store and not here on the use an existing product. We are still building this, but it's going to be taking you precisely to the same interface with new features coming along. In this case, this is my store, and I can link products and find those products that are already connected to Customily because they have a check mark. This means that whenever I open this product, I get to load a template and a series of options to customize this pillow. But you will see that there are some products that do not have a check mark. This is a plain simple product that I have on my store that the only thing I can do is select the quantity and buy. I cannot personalize this. So you can see all your Shopify products and select to connect to those existing ones or create new ones. In previous live sessions, you will see that we have connected to existing products, and it's really simple. I encourage you to check out our live sessions on the matter. But today we're going to be focusing on 2.0. So we're going to create the pet bowl, like I said, and the pet tags together. And for that, we are going to start off with the create new product. Remember, our store, imagine it's empty and we need to create a product. Now we know we're going to be fulfilling this with, for example, Printify. As you can see here in the start section, you have access to the print-on-demand providers that we have an integration with. Also, we are going to be managing here our design library and our product-based library that we're going to be talking later today. If you see here, these these POD providers have automatic fulfillment when indicated. That means that they have API, and that API is connected to Customily. So we have access to the catalog, we have access to the information of a product, and we are able to gather that information from Customily to apply our designs. If you have an account with any of these PODs, what you can do is go to settings all the way here, go to integrations, and here you will find the list of the PODs that we can integrate with. Just pick any one of these, enable that, and it will show up. As you can see right now, I have Printify, Printful, and I can add Gelato, insert my API key and save it, and that will connect me to my Gelato account and allow me to start fulfilling automatically. This means that whenever I get a purchase and I get a print file, that information is sent directly to the print-on-demand provider through the API. So having an automatic fulfillment will save you a lot of time and will engage your part of the service, that is the fulfillment and the shipping, automatically without you having to do anything manual. So you don't have to be pending on the order coming and the revising. Everything goes straight with the information of the product. And we're going to do that right now. We're going to click on Printify and we're going to, check out first that we have a lot of products. We don't have every single product on the Printify catalog because there are so many, and we connect to those bestsellers, but also the ones that customers request. You can request any product at all that you want to fulfill with Printify or any other POD. If you don't find that in Customily right away, just ask for that over the chat here, ask it over the support email, and we usually implement those new products within 48 hours at most, depending on how complex they can be. But the idea is that we connect the API to those products and all the information is set up and ready for you to use it. As you can see, there are lots of pages of products. And we're going to be looking for the bowl. Yeah, pet bowl. There's only one. Okay, so this is the product that I want to fulfill with. And there's only one provider, one variant, and one print area. And we're going to click next. In case there are more variants or more providers, you will get that information right away so you can select what benefits you most. And here we can pick our designs or go to Customily designs. If I click on the Customily designs, I will see a lot of designs from Customily. This is really amazing because we have hundreds of them organized in categories, and check them out. See categories, see designs, see styles, and whatever you like, all we have to do is click on any of these and the product will be created. We're going to be putting this design on a pet bowl, but I'm not here to judge. But in any case, you are free to create any product using any of these designs. And the cool thing also is that once you create a design for the first time, all the graphics will be available for you to use it in your own designs. Like I said, you can create your own designs using Customily clipart. Because once you create a product, even if this product is going to be a draft and you only want the graphics, just create a product and you will get all the information loaded on your account, ready to use on any of your creations. But today I'm not going to use this. I just wanted you to check out all the things we have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own design. And for that, I go back to the beginning and I create a new design because I want this design to be more precise. Let's say I will later be having a lot of pet ball designs because I have a lot of fonts or graphics or anything, and I want to keep adding my designs all with the same logic for the pet ball. Yeah, and all I have to do is I can keep using the same pet ball and creating new products with different designs. Today, I'm just going to do one design. It's very important that for certain products that are not the standard printing square or rectangle like a canvas or a t-shirt or a hoodie, those products that involve a specific print area, and we did another live session that we use can coolers and tote bags, those kind of um, unusual print areas, it's important that you check that information with your POD first to see what size of print area is the most beneficial when you design the content of that print area, yeah, of that design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new design. We're going to call this live session role, yeah. I'm going to say single text. You can later keep adding multiple line text or just graphics or just images, or you can have special letters that are not fonts but are actually images. And you can have people type text and match those letters to images. Customily allows for that. So when you have really complex letters that cannot be transformed into a font and need to be used as images, you can still match them to text and create amazing customizations. We're going to have a special live session of that soon, how to map images to text. But right now, I have a starting canvas like this. Square designs are the most easy to fit anywhere, but we're going to change this because we know uh, our product actually has like a wrapping rectangle around that. So we know this is pretty much around, we're going to click on resize and change this to by, yeah, something like that. It's pretty short in height and long in width, like that, yeah. And because our design is a single text, we're going to be creating that in here. And this is the main design studio of Customily. This is where you're going to be creating your designs and your templates if you're working with existing products, and you have a lot of tools to play with. For example, the text box. This is very common. This is where you're going to be typing something to see how it looks, changing the font, changing the colors, changing the sizes, and text input is where customers will input their own text and messages. Can be straight, can be squared, curved. Also, another tool can be the placeholders. Images or vector placeholders are objects that allow your customers to upload their own images. So when you are creating like a collage product and you want your customers to upload their own photos and stuff, you use placeholders because that will allow you to present an area for them to load their images. We have live sessions dedicated to this that will be really inspiring on how to use this the best way. Also, we have a map feature that will allow you to set up any location on the map and change the styles. And also we have star maps now that will do the same, but for the sky with the date. So you can customize that any way you want. Actually, we did a couple of live sessions with these tools. Now, the final tools that I want to talk about is the dynamic images and dynamic vectors. These objects are really powerful because they can hold infinite images inside. These images are not from your customers, are from you, from your collection, from your backgrounds, from your designs, products, anything. When you are changing hairstyles and clothing and colors and stuff, you're using dynamic images. You're using a single object that has, I don't know, 100 images inside, and you can preview them here anytime you want. Preview number 100, number 10, number 1. You upload all them in bulk, and that will save you a lot of time. I'm going to do that later on the other tags. But I wanted to let you know that this, you can upload actually one image if you want, because it's a background, it's a quote, it's um, a product image. There's no limitation in that, but to upload any graphic that will help you with your design, you use dynamic images, or if it's a vector, then you use a dynamic vector. Having said that, we're going to set up our text area. Now we know this is a big area for printing and for putting a character, our characters, and we're going to transform this. You can drag anything with pinching here on the corners and enlarge or resize any way you want. You have alignment tools on the top corner that you can center, okay? But you can go to the transform tab and be more precise. So right now I want to put this to be as big as the area, okay? And when you close the transform and open the character tab, here you can select the font or many fonts. You can use, here you have the chance to pick from your font libraries. You can upload new fonts. You can select from your font database, keep adding for different products, organize them any way you want. But here you can select one or many fonts for your text. I'm going to use just one font because I test this out and I really like it. And in fact, I play around with the size and found that this size is really working perfectly. Now check out the maximum size and the minimum size. Right now, the maximum size is this. So this is as big as it's going to be printed. If I keep typing, testing, it's going to reach the end of the box and it's going to start to shrink and go as small as the minimum size. Now the minimum size actually is this small. You can preview that here. That's too small. And it's not going to print, it's not going to read. So we can set this to be, I don't know, 50. That means that when you reach the end of the box and you reach the minimum size, whatever you keep typing will not show anymore because you have reached the limit that can be held on a box and that can be printed on the size. Also, if you don't want to have any shrinking at all, just put the maximum and the minimum to be the same, and that will be the limit that you want for your text. Very important and very useful when you don't want customers to keep tapping out of any boundaries. Also, it's very important because remember right now, this design has to be printed, so you need to be very careful on that. So for now, this is going to be our design. I'm going to save it. I don't need anything else for my pet bowl. I'm just going to create this. So now that we have a design, we are now here. Remember, we started here in the start. Now we are in My Designs. This means here you can manage all your designs so far and find on the last page the one you created, the live session text bowl. You'll see here that you can edit the options. Remember that when you come to the front end, you have the preview and you have the options. These options have been created by Customily automatically based on your design. So right now you have a text input. That, okay, and that text input can be customized any way you want. And let me show you how, because you have the options here. So if you click on the options right down here, you will see that there's only one option which is that text input. The label will be text 1, and well, that's pretty unattractive for a store. We want this to be your pet's name, right? So we're going to change that here. Going to be your pet's name. Excellent. And because we don't want customers to go all the way and type anything at all, anything beyond certain limitations, we can actually set a maximum number of characters to be, for example, 12. We can even have a placeholder will be like a suggestion, or an initial value will be whatever is showing at the beginning. So this will start blank, or it will start with an example. The example would be the initial value, and the suggestion will be the placeholder. We're going to have this to be a placeholder. So now that we have the options customized for us the way we want this, we are ready to create products using that design. So we go back to the start point. Remember, we went to create new product. We selected the Printify POD. We looked for the bowl, selected that, selected the provider, the variants, click next. And now we're not going to be on the Customily designs, we're going to be on our designs. And this is our collection, the one that you can see here on my designs. And then you can go to the last page and find the last one. And I'm going to click that. So now it's time for you to sit and wait. No more than 2 minutes. To be fair, what Customily is creating right now with the information of a design and a product is creating actually a new listing on my store. It's creating a new product, grabbing the information through the API from Printify. So we have the Printify print area exactly. We have the mockups of Printify. We have the name, and everything gets put together on a new product that is called Pet Bowl. And inside that, we get the design. As you can see, because we have our options show your pet's name and show a suggestion like a placeholder, we now have a live preview of this. I'm going to call this, yes, not that I'm going to be calling my dog that. Actually, my dog is called, yeah, like that. So you see, this is just for playing around. Yeah, but you can preview this before you publish. This is the final revision. In fact, inside this preview area, we can actually do some cool stuff. We have the template loading here. This template is brand new. It's the combination of our design and Printify product information. Then we have the options that came along with the design. We can preview this. We can actually save this image to be the new listing photo. So whenever we go live with this product, we have this Charlie mockup all said and done. And because we may want to have this changed later, this name, there's a way to do that right now. So I can go to edit product details here and change this to, for example, single text pet bowl, yeah, custom pet bowl. We can actually set a price here, for example, yeah, and change the description, anything at all. This is just a shortcut from what you can do on Shopify. Remember, this is a new product on your Shopify store. And I can show you by just clicking on publish. So now I have this product, this price, this variant, this listing photo, and my options to customize this any way I want. I can follow the suggestion hunter and do something like that. If you see there's a limitation here of the name of the characters, maybe you need to limit this to 12 characters or 10, because if it starts to wrap around, it will lose kind of control. So you can actually do post-publishing modifications. Let me show you how. Back in Customily, you can check out the backend of what was created. Basically, if you go to your products in here or go to your store in here, is the same. You're still on the store area. You can find the new product, that is the bowl, here. The pet bowl with the image. We changed this name, so it may not show up at the beginning. So just click on the sync product here, and it really fast will grab all the information from Customily and from Shopify. What can we do about this product? This product is on your store right now, has a template, a brand new template created by Customily, and the options. We can get inside this template, we can play around with the preview, we can play around with the print area. There's a lot of things we can do. But in the options part, this is the option file. Remember, we had a file on the design, and that's how it's going to be using that for future products. But for this particular product, we have our own exclusive options that we can change, mainly because we may want to have the design to have a lot of letters, but when it comes to the pet bowl, we want certain letters, and we go to the tab, we want more letters. So we're going to change these unique options for this unique product by clicking here, and we open this, and instead of 14, we're going to call this 10. Save it, and that's it. All we need to do now is come back here, refresh, and now we have 10 in the limits. As simple as that. So you don't have to reconnect anything, recreate anything. You can simply change stuff really fast. And if you go to the templates part, if you go to the last one, the last modifier, you will see that we have this new template here. If you edit this, you will see your design in the print area that Printify sent. Remember, your design was this text. In fact, sometimes some prints come with the guide, so you know where your design is safe to print. And also, this is the print part. This is what is sent automatically for fulfillment. But on your side, on the front end of your store, you actually get this. You get the preview and you get the text. Everything is done for you. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can always get inside here and change anything at all. You're free to do that with any product inside Customily. Your own products created by 2.0, or your products loading a template from something existing already. We're going to do something else. Remember that I'm going to be fulfilling this with a print-on-demand service. But these two, I happen to have the product on my hand. I happen to have the machine. I want to do this on my own. Okay, so I have the product and I want to apply a lot of designs. Even the one that I created, I can apply to that. So if I'm going to be creating many products with the same base but different design, I'm going to create a product base. And let me show you how quickly this can be done. When you create a new product base, you get to select the name, of course, and this is going to be the live session. We're going to start off with the bone. Okay, so bone. We don't know if this is for a dog, a cat. We don't mind that. This is a bone tag. Now, very important. Our information, as we own the product and we know everything about this product, is what's the size of the printing part of the product. How are we going to be printing this? We know that this has a printing size of 50 by 25 millimeters. Pretty small, yeah, because it's a tag. Okay, so we know we're going to be printing in this. We're going to create a page with that proportions and make sure that the print area where future designs will be inserted will have the same area, the same size as the print area. So this is an indicator that when we combine this with a design, it's going to be, the design will fill this print area. Also very important, we need to set this export format to something the machine will understand. If we are working with DPS or DXF, that's perfect. Customily can support any of these formats. PDF also for vector graphics in full color, PNGs and JPEGs for images, Illustrator as well. So when you select PNGs, you get to set up the resolution, for example. And if you get PDF or other vector files, you can actually set up the the color mode. So once you have a print area, all set up and you have your export format ready to go, you can click next and set up the second part of your product base, which is the mockups. And the mockup is really simple. Imagine that you, as the owner of the product, you have images of your products already. You have photos of empty tags and you're ready to put them together. So all you need to do is add these product images and you will find this in your computer. I'm going to add these two because this is the bone, right? Yeah. So I have these three products. This prints horribly. We're going to take it off from the market right away. We're going to use these three. Open that. And now I have the image ready to go. If you check this is nothing more than a dynamic image. Dynamic images, remember, can hold many images. The first image is the gold one. The second image is the rose gold. And the third image is the silver. Now, because we put these three images as product images, we are creating a variant, a color variant, and that will be solved right away when we finish this. But most important, we need to set up our print area to match our preview. Right now, this is our print area with the proportions that we're going to be printing, and this is very important. We need to make sure it will showcase beautifully on our mockup. So whatever design gets in the print area will show up over the mockup like this. So we're going to click next and jump to the final revision. In this final revision, we see the print file, the print area, and how it's going to look on the mockup. Now, the moment we save this, again, we are asked to have those variants named correctly. So this one is gold, this one is rose, and this one is silver. Yeah, rose, gold, and that's it. We're going to save the product. And we are ready to go. Really fast, I'm going to create another product base for the heart-shaped tag. Okay? You can review this because we're going to be sending a recording over to our YouTube channel. So live session heart tag. Now we have a different print area for the heart tag. That's very important. Our heart tag is 30 by 30 millimeters. Okay, it's a square one. The print area will be, of course, that 30 by 30 square, and we are going to be printing in PDF, CMYK, just the same as the other one, but we're going to be changing the product images as well as the print area. So now we have this free, like that. You can see that we have all the colors available here. The print area is too big. Yeah, we need to make it smaller, as small as it's going to be printing in reality. Like that, and a bit smaller. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. We click next and do a final revision and save it. Now, when we save it, we actually have the chance to set up the variant. In this case, because we have many images, we can change, for example, the color. Sometimes when you have sizes, you're going to be creating different templates, and that is also done by Customily. In this case, I'm going to still stay with the gold and rename this better. This is going to be the rose gold, and this one's going to be the silver. Like that, okay? And we're going to save this product base. Now that we have two product bases, we can actually put anything inside these products, in fact. We are in this section right now, where we can manage all our product bases. If we go to the Start menu, and you create a new product, instead of going through any of the PODs, we are going to this part, now my product base. I'm going to pick these ones, the ones that I created last, for example, the live session bone. You see, I get these variants are part of my product. I can actually select only two. I will only see two images. If I select all three, I will see three images. This is all automated by Customily. And guess what? You can put a Customily design on this. Nothing stops you from putting any kind of design on your product at all. The only difference is this new product that will be created will not be connected to any POD, and you will get the print file on your Shopify order information. You always get the print file on your order information in Shopify, but when you have automated the fulfillment with a POD, that print file will also be sent automatically. If you don't have a POD because you're creating products on your own product basis, you will have to download those files and fulfill them later in your workshop. Now I'm going to pick my design and realize that I actually have, well, a lot of designs, yeah, and I can pick any of these. But currently, I wanted to create something really fast, really cool. I'm going to keep this open and actually going to open this in a new tab and have a second Customily tab. Why? Because I want to introduce you to libraries. Remember, we talked about this. We organize things in colors, in fonts, vectors, and images. Now, when we have libraries, we can have all that information organized and easy to access, easy to update, easy to add new stuff and to remove stuff. And any product using these libraries will be updated. So it's a great feature that I encourage you to use a lot. I'm going to add really quickly a library called tag icons. Yeah. Why? Because if you recall, we actually had the chance to put a beautiful icon on the tag, for example, these nice things. So I'm coming here, I'm finding my library at the very end of the list, edit this, and if I have hundreds of icons, I can actually add a category or many categories to have them organized so customers will get to pick sports and travel, I don't know, free time and stuff like that, and they will not be crowded with 100 options. They will be showing 20 options, for example, something more manageable. So that's why categories are here to help you organize lots and lots and lots of clipboards. But I have very few clipboards, so I'm going to go to add image and select these icons that I have here. Yeah, we're going to be adding 6 images perfectly like that. Yeah, and well, I can change this. These are the file names, but I think it's we're going to change this to be fast. You can do that. Game, plane, sail, and so yeah, I'm going to change those two and keep it like that. So now that I have a library, I can actually put this really fast on my new design. So if I go to start and I create a new design, I recall that, okay, this is going to be the live session tags like that. I recall that I wanted to create a design that could fit many tags, not only the bone, but the heart, and eventually other more. So in this case, we're going to do it the other way around. We have one design that will replicate on many products. For this particular thing, I'm going to be resizing this to 400 by 300 because it's kind of a proportion that will fit nice on most of my products. Remember, I have been working with these products before. I fulfill them. I have them on my stock. I just want to automate my things, my creation of new products faster. It's very common that you actually have like a live store, like a physical store, and you want to start selling on Shopify, and you want to create those listings, and you have that information, you have the machine. So this is a great way to stock up your brand new store, for example. And if you have an existing store, still there's ways to do this by going straight to the templates instead of the product bases and designs. If you check previous live sessions, you will see how it's done, but it's pretty much the same. You still get the same tools, you still get the same steps for the print and the preview. So let's create a text box. This text box has a particularity that's going to be big enough for a lot of information to be filled, and we need to make sure that that it will jump lines. So we're going to open character. I don't like Arial, sorry. I'm going to change this. Let me see. This one's kind of nice, yeah, but it should be bigger. So I'm going to put this in like 8, yeah. And because this is pretty big size itself, I'm not going to be allowing any shrinking. If you want Customily to jump lines when you keep testing and stuff, you can just check this automatic multiline. So you can actually keep testing, and when you reach the end, it will keep jumping lines until we reach out of time. Out of space and lines. If you actually do something like this that I did when I started off at the company, okay, I'm going to test this and keep testing this, and it wasn't jumping lines. The reason for that is because Customily understands this is just one word. In reality, you don't do that. You actually have many words. So keep that in mind when you're testing. It's not that it's not working, it's actually that you are trying to fit a huge, unique word. So we have this area for all the pet information, and we want to add the icon. The icon is really beautiful. We're going to be adding a dynamic image like this. Make sure it's a bit bigger. Yeah, this is our design. And how do we set up this? We can upload images one by one, or pick the library that we created. Like that. So second position will be the pyramids, third position will be the games, the plane, the sailing, and the food. Okay, so now we have this and we have this. Very important. If we change the names of this, we save a lot of time with the tags. So select icon will be this, and type your message will be the other. So I'm going here to type your message, and here will be select icon. And the options will be created using all this information. Really fast and really quick, but saves you time, believe it or not. Now that we have our design ready to go, we're going to save it. Usually Customily takes half a minute at most if you have a lot of options and a lot of images in order to update any option file that is within a design. So I'm pretty sure it's finished, so I can click on the edit options and check out this. First, you have the type your message, and then you have the select icon. I don't like this order. I want this other way around. So I click and drag. So first I get this, and I have a library connected with this. Customily created your thumbnails, and everything is all working beautifully. I want to actually have this to be selected by default. Okay. And I'm going to type something as a name. So yeah, type your message will be the same here as an initial value on the text field. So we start off with this. Very important. Since you're allowing for multiple lines, you need to make this a text area. Checking this. You can control the number of lines and characters and everything, but making sure it's a text area will allow your customers to hit the enter and jump the line. So now that we have these options a bit customized for our taste, we will do two products really fast. How? By going to, well, the other tab that we have this open. We were about to select one of our designs. We realized it was missing, but now it shows up here. Updates really fast. So if I click here, I'm creating a bone tag with my live session pet tag. This will create a new product, a new template, a new set of options, everything put together so the product can work on the front end. Like I said, we are today focusing on creating new products, but rest assured, by using the same logic, you can use your existing products because um, you saw that you find those products in the list of products in store. You open them, select any template, and select any options or create the options, and that will be. So right now we have this preview all set up. We selected this icon, we selected this type your message. Everything is looking amazing. We can change this. I can take this away and put on, yeah, like that. In this case, well, it's a dog, so we're not going to call this Fluffy. Uh, yeah, and you can chop enter and keep typing other things. But if you change the icon, it's going to change that. And most importantly, if you change the variant, it's going to change the image. That's the beauty of the automations. So I'm going to keep this like that, grab this basketball and save this image to be my new product image. I can type more things. I can make sure it looks amazing. Just making sure this works and have a nice picture of something customized. And now I'm ready to publish this and show that on my store. The variants will be loaded, the options will be loaded, and everything can be customized any way you want. And whenever you change variants, the images will change. We're going to check this with the other design and product really quickly. So I'm going to create new product. So we go over this again. Product basis, find the hard tag, select the variants. I could even select one less variant, and it's not going to show the silver option, so it's not going to show the silver image. And then I'm going to pick my design, find the pet tag design, and wait for Customily to create the brand new product. As you can see, this process is pretty fast, and you can easily find this product later on Shopify to set up the prices for the different variants, set up stock, change the name. Those are a lot of things that you can do on Shopify later. Even add more images like this on a dog, on a context. It's entirely up to you. But if you want to save time also when reviewing this in Customily before you publish, right? So now everything is working exactly the same way. We have the options, we have the message, yeah, and we can change this like that, this, and it's changing. I'm going to stay gold and save this to be my new product image, but also I'm going to edit the product details. This is a quick shortcut to something that you can do later on Shopify. Basically, will allow you to quickly change the name, set a price to the variants, change something here on the description. Now, for example, we know the gold tag is actually 8. This one, oops, this one is 9. This one is, I don't know, 7, for example. Yeah, and we save it. So now everything has a price, has a name, and saves you time later when you go to Shopify. I publish this, and that will reflect on my page. If it doesn't reflect and gives you this error, don't panic. This is just because Customily is calling for a quick view of a product that has just been created. So you just need to refresh and it will show. Yeah, the options will show. You can type your message and change the variants. And you see when you change the variants, the price changes because these are Shopify variants. So that's how you combine your product bases with your designs and have full control of variants, prices, options available, and it's really quick to set up using Customily 2.0. Now, Before I open some space for questions, remember you can always keep asking more questions and ask for help on our support@customily.com email. You can open a live chat. The live chat is open right now on office hours EST. So be sure to gather some information to check out if you're going the right way. Also, sharing your stuff and your doubts in the Facebook communities is really amazing because there's a lot of people working with us for a long time that they can help you out with some ideas. That's all the time we have for today. I hope this was really useful. Remember, on each video, you have the files to replicate our tutorials and get the same outcome. Okay, so we're going to see you next Thursday for the new live session. I hope you had a great time and see you all very soon. Have a great end of the day. Bye bye.